Hello, looks like it's 6 o'clock, so we will go ahead and get started. Everybody hear us online? All right. And does everybody have a copy of the agenda, or should I? I can't share my screen. It says the host disabled that. I am the host. It's in your fast direct. Last meeting of the year. Let's pull it through. Let's pull it together, guys. Got it. Okay. Should be in your fast direct. Miss Renee, do you want to open us up with the opening prayer and devotion? And yeah.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
You don't
So today's devotion is on Genesis 18, close contact. This is bold, you've heard this already once today. So the term close contact took on new meaning during the pandemic. A close contact no longer just referred to a name in your address book or someone you count on for a favor. During the pandemic, being a close contact meant you possibly had been exposed to an evil. You had to separate yourself for a while. God asked if he should expose Abraham to his plan to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham knew God's plan to make him a great nation. Would God now hide that he was about to destroy the city where Abraham's close relatives lived? Abraham doesn't allow evil in the world or its consequences to break his connection with God. Instead of separating himself from God, he draws closer. Because he knows God's heart, he is bold to go before God and ask questions. Abraham trusts God's master plan. Do we know God's heart? Can we trust his master plan? Yes. We know God's master plan is love because he gave his only son to save us from sin and death. Jesus makes us God's close contact. We can be bold to ask questions when evil arises in the world. And we pray, Lord, trusting in your love, let our closeness to you be evident in the boldness of our prayers. In Jesus' name, amen. Let me go through. Okay. Principals report for May. Well, actually, this would be for April since we last met. I am happy to report I just got written notification today that we have been approved by ISBE for our non-public school recognition visit. So that one is checked off the to-do list for another 3 years. So that's exciting news. In fact, faculty haven't even heard that yet. So those of you who are on here, you get first notice of that. We had the church Easter egg hunt back in April. It went really well. We had smaller attendance than we anticipated, but it was a good start. So we will continue those next year, next academic year, the church school events. Those went over really well, I think. We had Q&D football coaches here present to our 3rd through 4th grade boys about an upcoming football camp. On April 14th, hard to believe, but ABC countdown to summer for pre-K and kindergarten began. And I think today they were on letter M. So we are on our way to summer. We had our 1st through 8th grade spelling bees were held and went over really well. Midterms were sent out April 17th. The PE classes had their annual walk to TCBY. Quincy Community Theater presented their On the Road series for an all-school assembly on the 21st. And 2nd grade brought back their wax museum and presented that to parents, teachers, guests, and friends. And that was a really fun event. The Scholastic BOGO Book Fair. The Quincy Museum coming up next week, May 8th, is going to be dropping off their trailer here. So we are going to have access to that all week long. We've been trying to get that for quite a while now. So we're excited that they're going to be here to help us wrap up the school year. So again, they'll be here the whole week of May 8th, and we're going to have time signed up for classes to attend that. 8th grade graduation is going to be held on May 17th at 7 p.m. It'll be in the chapel here at St. James. The last day of school, please share this with all your family and friends. The last day of school is going to be the 9th. We will have attendance in the classroom, so we will go immediately down to chapel. Vicar will be leading chapel that day, followed by an awards ceremony for kindergarten through 8th grade, and then a pre-K bridging ceremony. Students will then return to their class for report cards, and then they will be dismissed. So dismissal will probably be, we're guessing, around 10 or 10:30. Just because generally it's been 11:30, and that was kind of a misprint last year, but there's nothing for them to do. So we'll have parents can pick them up. You just need to check them out with your teacher. And then this Thursday, information went out in the Eagle, but just a reminder, it is day of prayer. And so from 8 to 8:15 in the morning out by the cross in what I call the courtyard, we are going to have prayer led by our faculty, myself, and then Vicar. And if anybody has prayer requests, that link was sent out in the Eagle if you have any prayer requests to be held on that day, on Thursday. So that is an event for parents to come with students. Students do need to be accompanied by a parent for that because it'll be before school. And we'll just meet out there. The last thing I have is last night I got a call about 8 o'clock that our Genesis project, which is the focus group or the feasibility study for Lutheran Ed High School, was approved, and they are going to be here the 18th and 19th, which is probably the worst 2 possible days of the year they're going to be here, but we'll make it work. So we're going to do several focus groups. There's about 6 focus groups I'm trying to get set up. One of them is with parents. So if anybody is available, and I will be sending information about this, on Thursday, May 18th at 4 p.m., it will be led by Joel Land, who is, yes, Mr. Landscraner's brother. So, and go through all of so again, this is just a series of 1 meetings that we are scheduling for Thursday and Friday to help place the potential of a Lutheran high school in a broader concept of Quincy and the surrounding areas. So it is not a done deal. We are looking into the possibility, because like I told faculty this morning, there are people who are very adamantly for it and adamantly against it. So we are looking at the facts and figures and the data. Kyle Moore is going to be at one of the meetings. We're inviting the mayor. We're even inviting a rep from QPS. So we're going to get a lot of people involved to see what the feasibility is of even going forward with this. So it'll be interesting either way. We're going to get some good information from this study. So again, if any parents can attend, that is Thursday, May 18th at 4 p.m. And I will send information out about that. You're on mute, she said. Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, it was good. You're not on. That was from me. Can you repeat all that one more time? All right. Next up on the agenda, it may be kind of a short meeting. We're kind of wrapping up the school year here. So we have the Dogwood Parade, which is this coming Saturday. We are number 76. So you can line up. We'll be lined up between 30th and 36th. They said if we want our float judge to be there by 8 o'clock, but we never do judging. We just walk for fun. So we're planning on getting there with the church school bus at 8:30-ish. So anybody can come anytime. I would say be there by 9. The parade starts at 9:20, but of course it starts at 9:20 at 12th Street. 24th Street, way up there. So, yeah. So it'll be a while. So 9 is, the best place to park. If you want to come early, we will be at the church here at 8. So you can always come and meet us here at about 8:15 or so. And Baldwin parking lot may be available. And then you can ride the bus with us to 30th between, where to our spot, or you can meet us there. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think
side streets right, Quinata. That's always a good place. Whatever was that? Quinata's on. I bet. But along 33rd, you've got the movie theaters. Yeah, 30th is.
Where's 30th?
Maybe like 20. Is it like
Tangerine
28?
36.
27? Quinata?
There we go.
Oh, wait,
that's State. So Baldwin.
Yeah, it's a bit of a haul.
Yeah. High school probably would be your best.
Senior high.
If
Baldwin.
you can get into senior high.
Shopco.
Back it goes for the grade. I mean, we're number 76. The 36.
36 is the end, pretty close.
Come in off of State on the 30th and hit Baldwin.
Come in off of State, hit Baldwin parking lot, depending on what. Yeah. So,
But where the movie theater, turn off Broadway on the 30th.
Yep. Have someone drop you off. Have a family member drop you off. But we will be. Yeah, we will. I'm guessing we'll be here at the school at about 8-ish. So if anybody does want to meet us there, we'll get all the stuff loaded and candy and whatnot, and then plan to be lined up by 8:30. So if anybody wants to ride on the bus to our spot, they could leave their car here at the school, and then we could all ride back. Whatever works for you. We do. Yes, thank you. We need more candy donations. So big bags of candy, clean out your Easter candy. We'll take it all.
We do still have about $65 budgeted for Dogwood that we have not.
Okay. Some candy, $65. Okay.
Yep. Probably drink water.
Oh yes, bring water, bottles of water. Yeah, we could do that. That'd be awesome. Yep, absolutely. Okay. Yeah,
invest in
that'd be good.
Ice machine.
And
people come out and ice cream.
You need a big ice maker.
They said that one was broken. That's what I was told.
Do we have buckets? Didn't we use buckets last year to distribute? Are they? Okay. We'll pull those out. Okay. So that is Dogwood. And then teacher appreciation is next week, and the information went out about the gifts every day for your teacher, and then we are catering a lunch on Wednesday, and it's a garden theme, so we'll plan. Teacher lists are on Fast Direct under links, so you can pull up your teacher's favorites as well.
Thank you. I haven't seen
it. We emailed her. Was that yesterday? Last week? Late last week? Maybe that was yesterday for the food. So, yeah. She also said that she would invoice us for the food. She, we could either pay ahead or she'll send us an invoice. So, sounds good. Those are the two only event topics. So I will turn it over to Kristen. We as a board did work on the 2023-2024 budget. So she's just going to go through our estimated expenses for next week, next year. It's been a long day, guys. The internet connection is unstable. Can you hear me? Hopefully. All right. So for 2023-2024, we talked about adding a few new fundraisers. We're going to do the spaghetti dinner again. That turned out really well this year. We talked about doing a soup carryout, and then possibly like a pancake sausage breakfast in the spring.
before spring fling. Next year's spring fling is March 16th, right? That what we decided. So we talked about possibly doing a pancake sausage breakfast before spring fling next year. Hoping to bring in about $3,000 each for the spaghetti dinner, the soup carry out, and the pancake sausage breakfast. And then we budgeted for staff appreciation and teacher wish list. I think we agreed after July, I can write checks for 2023, 2024 teacher wish list year. So I can bring those in over the summer and give them to Renee. And you guys can get those. Part-time teachers will get 150, full-time will get 200 again. Budgeted 250 for the science closet. Next year, fine arts and library will each get 500. Awards for the kids, we budgeted again, pastor appreciation. We're also budgeting 18,000 for teachers' aides next year. Miscellaneous operations as for like mailing supplies and things like that. Sometimes we do like the parent teacher conferences, that's we budgeted 500 for that. And then budgeted for dogwood again next year, spring fling decorations. The teacher projects, you guys will each get $50 again next year. We've already reserved the Holiday Inn again for the spring fling dinner. We have 3,000 budgeted for that, but was a little bit less than that this year, so hopefully the same. We will do back to school night again. Not have we planned what we're doing. Last year we did ice cream, I think.
We'll probably do ice cream.
Okay.
We just put on ice cream.
Okay. And then we will have donuts with grown-ups again next year. So we have not decided on a date for that, but you will be updated. So our total budgeted expenses are $27,800 for the year. And hopefully we can bring in a little bit more with adding the new fundraisers.
Thank you, Kristen.
Push the button. Thank you, Kristen. She's done a
Great job keeping it all. Taking it over this year is never easy from from the previous, so she's done a great job. The last thing on our agenda, many of you probably saw in Fast Direct, we did send out kind of job descriptions of the different board members. So we do have nominees for next year's board, which we will vote on here at this time. But we wanted to send those out because anybody that is interested in any of those positions, we would be happy to mentor you throughout this year. So not that you would have to be actively, involved in that position for this year, but if you think the year after next that you might want to hold a position, this would be a good year to, mentor, learn more, that the role and how that all works as well. So we wanted to get people thinking about for the 24-25 school year. Oh my goodness. The year after next. So the nominees, I feel like I'm on the Oscars. Can I have a microphone and an envelope? We should. I'll stand up. The nominees, president would be myself, Jenna Crabtree, vice president as Cassie Dierker, Michelle Jacobson as secretary, and Kristen Smith as treasurer. So we will revote everybody in. Is that for another year? Unless there's anybody in the meeting that wants to add any nominations.
You can nominate yourself.
You can nominate yourself. Hearing none, could I get a motion to approve the 23-24 PTL board? Tina Vaughn motioned. All right, all in favor. Oh, Allison did a second. Thank you. Yes, Ellen signed. Oh. All in favor, please type or say aye. Or raise your hand. We got a couple hand raises. Any opposed? All right. Motion carries. Before everybody hops off, I want to do roll again because I think we had Tina and Allison and Nikki.
I do have her.
Okay. Okay, I think that was the only one. All right, so we will commence our next event. Will be well after Dogwood. Our next event will be the back to school. We'll provide ice cream, and then we'll also have signups. Since we have our events pretty much set for next year, we're going to have specific signups at the back to school night and the parent orientation for you to sign up for one of the events to help with, and that'll be open to the whole school. So we'll have specific signups, kind of get some more parent involvement going. But anything else? Anything I'm missing?
Doesn't have to do with PTL, but back to school night is going to have samples of new items from the cafeteria next year as well.
Okay, back to school night, we'll have samples from for new items on the menu. Ooh, like a tasting.
You know what they are?
I do.
Oh, tasting
A
night.
burrito bowl and a pizza pasta base.
That sounds delicious. Smidges. That's what my daughter used to call Sam's Club samples. Can we go get smidges? Smidges? Just a smidge. Smidge. That'll be fun. Shins. All right. Thank you all for a great year. This has been awesome. We hope everybody has a great summer and we will see you next year. Oh, Erica's phone. Oh, did we miss one? I don't see it on. Do you see it? I don't see it on here. It's not weird. Maybe they called in. Is that Erica Dieterle? Who's Erica's phone?
EL? Looks like EL.
Does it have a phone number?
EI? Is there another Erica?
I don't know. Not that usually.
Erica Dieterle. It was her. Erica D. There we go. Perfect. Thank you all.